All right, welcome everybody, and peace of the Lord to all of you. As you see in front of me in the screen, let me make the title more clear for you. Top Italian bishop said, Islamic Jihad terror attack have nothing to do with religion. Now, I know some people, they might start playing the game of Catholic, and some of you even, they will say the Catholic are the one who created Islam, which is a big fat lie. Actually, nobody fought Islam as much as the Catholic. This is why you see ISIS leaders, their dream, they have a big dream, is to take over Rome. This is a dream every Muslim he would love to accomplish. But let us talk about this, because those kind of people, they are exist. Those kind of people, they are exist, and mostly those people, they are. I cannot say they are uneducated. I don't believe that this guy, he do not know that Islam is a religion of filth. What I believe, and that's there is many, sadly, of those who claim to be Christian leaders, they became politically correct. It's just to get publicity, say what people like to hear. And the media today is controlled by liberals, as we know. So what people like to hear is someone saying what the media say, and that will make you a good guy. If you remember, the Pope, the previous Pope, he said one day, Muhammad, he brought nothing but evil. You can read it all over the news. I mean, like, it's all over. And the Muslims, they start burning churches, schools, Christian houses, showing us that the Pope was wrong. So for sure, this man does not present really anything to do with the Catholic. He presents his own, even though maybe he is a high rank in the Vatican. When the Pope, he said Muhammad, he brought nothing but evil, the Pope, he was trying his best not to be politically correct. But yet everybody will show you the Pope kissing the picture of the Quran, or show you a picture of the Pope kissing the Quran. And this is not really accurate. For sure, I'm against him doing that. But what happened when he went to Syria, the guy, they exchanged Bible with Quran. The Muslim guy, he kissed the Bible, so the Pope, he found it very embarrassing not to do the same. But for sure, he knew very well that the Quran is the book of the devil. And for me, the Pope, he present a political position, not really a church. He is the head of a state, and Vatican is an independent state, and they have ambassador almost in every country in the world. So how we can respond to those people who make such a statement that the terrorist attacks have nothing to do with Islam? And obviously the Muslim, they will use the propaganda of such a person. They will take a copy of his saying, see, here we go, look what he's saying. And don't think that this is something only the Catholic they do, as some of their priests. That's false. There's many Protestant, I can show you many names. I cannot name like James White to be one of them. James White, he have some wrong ideas about Islam, but he don't really say Islam is a good religion. But somehow he is infected with the same disease when he say that ISIS is not Islam as a whole, when everything, and actually just yesterday we exchanged text in Twitter, and I asked him, I don't know if you saw it, I asked him, well, still you are not answering me the question. Name for me one thing ISIS did Muhammad did not do, and he will never give me the answer. And then he says, He's trying to say that Islam have many representatives, not only one group. But the fact, who care about the groups? What we care for is Muhammad. You know, there is many groups in Christianity. There's some people, they call themselves even KKK, but those are not Christians. Those are a bunch of scumbag. Christian is someone who follows Jesus. Muslim is someone who follows Muhammad. As simple as that. I do not need to go and discuss groups to understand what Islam is about or what Christianity is about. Groups, there's many cults. They hijack any name and they try to use it for business or money or power, whatever you name it. But a Christian simply is someone, he follow Christ. And the one who follow Christ, it's mean he should do what Christ did. And the one who follow Muhammad, he should do what Muhammad did. So Muhammad he raped, Muhammad he killed, Muhammad he steal, Muhammad he taught how to lie, Muhammad he taught them that you can even assassinate. I can show you tons of stories of Muhammad assassination. Actually, go to your right now to Google and search for Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad assassination of you know, names. Like as an example, a woman, her name is Muqurfa. He tied her between two camels and he ripped her to pieces when she's alive. That is the act of Muhammad. So when you see ISIS ripping a man, they tie him between two tanks and then they rip him off two pieces when he's alive. They are doing exactly what Muhammad did. That's not extreme. That's Islam. In the same time, you will see that other news saying the following: Catholic priest defend Protestant pastor on trial for calling Islam satanic. And that's very beautiful to see, and I like to see more of those good guys doing the good job. Now, but the question is, why a Protestant priest or minister, he go to court for calling Islam satanic? That's disgusting. I want to call Islamic satanic every day, and I challenge the Muslims to take me to court. I will make you the joke of the universe. Who wanna do it? Hey Abdul, are you listening? Who wanna do it? Muhammad is satanic, Islam is satanic and disgusting and filthy and a very, very bad cult, and Muhammad is a criminal. Take me to court, please. I love it. There is a question you need always to ask when you go to any church, any form of a church. There's many people, they put a sign, especially in the West, it's a free, like, you know, you can open a grocery store and make it a mosque if you want. Everybody can open any religious, in many places religion is like a store, it's like a business. But really Christians, you know them from their fruits, as Jesus said. From their fruits you shall know them. The first fruit is to say things as it is. Ask them, what do you think about Islam? Right away. First day you go to the church, ask this priest and ask him to answer in front of public, not in private. Because many of those hypocrites, they say something in private, but they don't dare to say it in public. So insist to have the answer in public. Like when there is a big group sitting, put your hand up and say, sir, I have a question for you. What do you think of Islam? If you start saying Islam, you know, Muslims are, you know, and Islam is a, you know, like Abrahamic religion, and they are from Ishmael. If he starts saying this garbage, right away you should know that he is a scumbag, and he is doing a business, and he is no Christian. First of all, Islam have nothing to do with Ishmael. Just to show you how, if you go and read my book, The Deception of Allah, you will see that according to Islamic books, imagine, Islamic books, Ishmael, he learned Arabic at the age of 11. So how he can be the father of the Arab if he learned from the Arab? So imagine I go to Japan right now and I marry a Japanese woman, and then you say that the children of Japan are children of Christian friends. That will be stupid, isn't it? That's very stupid. And Ishmael is the son of an Egyptian woman, and the father is Aramaic from Iraq. The son is the children will be Arab. That will be stupid too, because children, they follow the father. Children, they belong to the father. So if I am an Egyptian and I marry a woman, my children will be considered as Egyptian. And this is even the Muslim tradition. Children follow their father. Tradition and religion, by the way. Children should be called by their fathers, as the Quran says. This is why the Quran refused adoption. So there is one line to go. It is with the father, the bloodline of the father. So you belong to your father. So if the Arab are children of Ishmael, then they should not be Arab, they should be Aramic. For Ishmael, he got his bloodline from Abraham. So the whole story is stupid, and if you are stupid, everything is possible. Ask right away when you go to a church, what do you think of Islam? And if they try to give you false answers, that means they are false people and they are not trustworthy to listen to them. Avoid those kind of people. They are nothing but the devil. Jesus, he warned us, my friends, about false teachers. If you are not willing to say the truth, then you cannot say I belong to Jesus. The Messiah, our Lord, in Arabic we say Al-Masih, which is a very beautiful word, by the way, very powerful. Each time I say it, I feel really amazing. Al-Masih. We have the most beautiful person. When I say beautiful, I don't mean a look. Like Muslims, they are possessed by Muhammad being white. We don't care for the look. We care for who he is and for what he presents as a value. Muslims, because they are desperate, they are fighting over Muhammad being white. And this is why you see the fatwa, it says, the sheikhs of the Muslim says, whoever say the prophet is black, kill him. It's an insult. I don't care. You can call my Lord Jesus black, so what? Call him Mexican, who care? Call him Middle Eastern like me, so what? That is the last of our worry. For the Lord, he loved all the worlds. He sent his only begotten son. All of us, we are beloved, and all of us, we belong to him, and he belongs to us. So if a priest, he is not willing to give you an answer, and this answer based on the Bible, not his own imagination, then this man have nothing to do with the Christ. And that goes for anything. A Christian person, forget that about the priest. Many of them, they are doing business. A Christian person should not be politically correct. The second you are under what is called the politically correct agenda, you became a different person. You became a person who are not honest even with himself. Even when you stand in the mirror, you don't dare to say something right about yourself or even what is wrong with you, because you corrupted yourself. I remember when the filthy Obama, one day when terrorist attack happened in Florida, he said, today it's not time to be politically correct. Look at this filthy. So he's saying to us, today I decide to be honest with you. I was lying to you in the last 8 years. So today it's not right to be politically correct. But the fact, even after he said that statement, he was still politically correct, because he's a scumbag like the rest of them. So we have to be strong, and we have to insist that nobody really can make us change our tune just to make him happy. Say it as it is. The one who is ugly by behavior, say to him you are ugly. The one is good, say to him you are good. And Islam is disgusting, ugly, filthy cult. This cult contains everything ugly in the world, from discrimination to women, to children, child abuse. Even in the heaven of Allah, Allah will give them 80,000 to 70,000 little child who will serve them. Muslims, they claim those are servants. So even Muslims agree that in the heaven of Allah there is child abuse, and 80,000 child will be serving them as sex slaves. Even in the heaven, Allah will create specifically women for sex, as sex toys. They will be sex slaves. This is the religion of abuse. Not only crimes against humanity today, even in their heaven they accept the unlawful, the disgusting to be happiness. Because when you say to me, I'm going to enslave 80,000 children, and usually supposedly those are the children of the Christians and the Jews, and the atheist, and I will make them sex slaves for you, that is nothing but a crime. Even their heaven is a crime. So how in the world somebody want to say to us what that filthy liar he is saying here? Isn't it the Quran says to kill the Christians, to fight them and kill them, either they convert to Islam, or they die, or they pay the jizya? Isn't it? Are we making things up? Or this is what the Quran said? All those words, I just typed the word fight in Arabic. By the way, the Muslim, they will quote for you a verse like this verse, chapter 2 verse 190. They will say to you, the Quran says, fight those who fight you, and don't be unjust, because Allah, he don't like the unjust. But what they will not tell you, that you are in war with Islam if you don't accept Islam. So they try to use this verse to fool you. We Muslims, we fight only those who fight us. This is absolute lie. Muhammad, he sent 3 letters to 3 kings saying convert or else. The king of the Persian, he never fight Muhammad, ever, ever, ever. The king of the Roman, he never ever fight Muhammad. And Muhammad even said to his men, attack the Romans so we can get the blondie girls. And we show those references many times. And look, right away after that it says, and slay them whenever you catch them. Like what? You can read the history behind it. And Muhammad in chapter 9 verse number 29, chapter 2 verse number 244, it says وَقَاتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ, fight for the sake of Allah. You know, even Allah, he ordered the Jews to kill the Palestinians in the Quran, and the Muslims didn't have a problem with it at that time. Muhammad, he considered the one who don't do jihad and kill for the sake of Allah, as this verse here, he is a munafiq, which means he is a hypocrite. Alright, like in chapter 3 verse number 167. If we go, let us see, the Muslim, they will say to you, when we go in war, we have an agreement. If we have a treaty, we don't go against you. That's absolutely false. If you go to chapter 9 verse number 1, it says Bara'a min Allahi wa Rasulih. What Bara'a mean? Allah is saying to the Muslims, wash your hands from all the treaty you have with the infidels of peace. And here you will see if they violate. But what violate? They don't reject Islam. Muhammad now gets stronger. He made a treaty with non-Muslims, and now he want to break the treaty. A declaration of immunity from Allah and His Messenger to those who, the pagans whom you have contracted mutual. So, well, you know, but you are saying if they attack us, you attack them only. But now you are saying we break the treaty. Allah who is the one who broke the treaty. And Muhammad, he said it clearly in the Quran in chapter 9 verse 29. This is specifically about the Christians and the Jews. Fight those who believe not in Allah nor the last day, nor hold the forbidden, etc. You can read the whole, until they embrace Islam or they pay the jizya. The reason Muhammad, he accepted the jizya, the Muslim, they will say to you jizya is a tax. That's false. Jizya is a penalty, because you pay it with humiliation. If you go to the Ibn Kathir right now, you can go to Ibn Kathir, just trying to save time, and read it. You will see that it says that jizya is a sign of humiliation and disgrace, and the Muslim is not allowed to respect a Christian. This is why the Prophet, he said, don't initiate salam to the Jews and the Christian if you meet them in the street and force them to the most narrow alley, which means humiliate them, force them to walk in the sewage. So how this priest, he says Islam have nothing to do with terror? If we go in the Quran and we search for the word terror, which Muslims don't translate it really the way it is, because they are scumbags. Al-Ra'b, الرعب is the word mean terror. Alright? سنلقي في قلوب الذين كفروا الرعب. What does that mean? We shall cast terror. Most of the Muslim translation they don't use it. Terror. Terror. How they want to cast terror? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Chapter 8 verse number 12. Muhammad wanna cast terror, and not only terror, he wanna cast terror, and he wanna cut their necks, he wanna cut their hands, he wanna cut their feet, he wanna cut their fingertips. You see it? Here the guy, he translates the word terror, I will throw fear, the fact terror, the word terror. I will throw fear in the heart of this disbelievers, and we will cut their necks, and we will cut their hands, and we will cut their fingertips. That is Islam, my friend. Muhammad, he said, I was victorious by terror. You see it? نصرت بالرعب. نصرت بالرعب. You see, the Muslims, they translate it in a very funny way, and they add things that's not even in the hadith. However, look what it says. Allah made me victorious by the distance, by frightening my enemy. It doesn't say by frightening my enemy, it says by terror, from a distance of 1 month journey. So Muhammad, his reputation of being a terrorist, scary, like ISIS. This is why ISIS, they tape the videos and they post them. It's not, they are not posting those videos for fun. The purpose is to scare you, so when they come to you, you give up. You don't want to fight, you are scared. For sure we are not scared. Honest to my God, I will be so happy if the USA, they ask us to join force, ask civilian to join force, to go in the ground in Syria. I will be the first one to volunteer. The same as I did volunteer before to go in war with USA Army, and I did join the army. I will be honored. You cannot install terror in our heart, you cowards. You are the coward. You are the one who attacked women and children, as you did yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before. Even the ambassador, you shot him from the back, you filthy coward. For you are coward. The same as Muhammad. And Muhammad, he said clearly what is the reason for Muhammad to do what he do. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. All what he want to do, he want the Muslims to do jihad and to bring every human being with the chain around their necks. In the Quran, there's a verse that says, you are the best of the people ever raised up for the benefit of mankind. If you go and search this on YouTube, the Muslim, they try to fool you, says it's mean we help you, we are good to you. False liars. Look what it says. The best of the mankind are those who bring them with the chains around their necks till they embrace Islam, and thereby save them from eternal punishment. Actually, it doesn't say that in the hadith. From here, let me show you. Let me show you why I consider every Muslim who, when he translate, is a scumbag as is a prophet. Alright? From this bracket all the way to the end is not exist in the hadith. It doesn't say that. The hadith in front of me in Arabic, as you see it, it says حتى يدخلوا الإسلام أخرجه البخاري. Until they embrace Islam, it's coming from Al-Bukhari. So Al-Bukhari is exist, and it is translation from here to here. This is what is in Arabic. The rest is a fabrication of the translators. So what is the duty of a Muslim? Is to bring you and the chains in your neck. And for sure the Muslim, they will excuse, as they say here, they put between the bracket, trying to make it look nicer, because we want to save you from hellfire, my friend. Yeah, we are attacking you in Germany because we want to serve you, from the hellfire. You want to go to hellfire? Sure not. So we kill you there. It's better to die now, not later. Okay, we are nice people, we are the best of mankind. Islam is a fascist religion. Islam is a fascist religion. When the Quran says you are the best of mankind, Muhammad is a practice the fascism, the Nazi. He's like Hitler. He think him and his people are the best and the rest should die, should be killed, should be tortured. We should bring them with the chains in their necks. This is why Muhammad, he said, I've been ordered to fight the people. The people mean all mankind. Some Abdul, they will say to you, it says the people. Who is the people? That everybody. And that's why Muhammad, he sent a letter for the Persian, a letter for the Roman, a letter for the Ethiopian, which mean African, Asian, and European. Who's left? 3 letters, convert or else. So I've been ordered to fight all mankind. To fight, to kill. By the way, the word qatilu doesn't mean fight by a stick. It's mean fight by the sword. So I've been ordered to fight against the people, all the people, until they testify that la 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 la, okay, and Muhammad is the scumbag, and they have to pray, and they have to pay the zakat, they have to pay the money to Muhammad, and if they do that, then and only then I will stop shedding their blood. But we just showed you a verse says that Muhammad said, don't attack the one who don't attack you. That's a false statement. That statement is talking about those who don't attack you is those who accept Islam, or they are in the process to accept Islam. So if we give up from them, they will not accept Islam, then we attack them. The Muslims, they have a method of inviting you to Islam. First they invite you, they send a warning like their prophet, you refuse, then they go to war. So until you do this, this is the conditions of Muhammad, this is the constitution of Islam. You see, the Muslim, they will say to you, we have pillars of Islam. All those pillars are false, are not even exist in the religion. The pillars of Muhammad are in front of you, as you see it, and this is a very strong hadith. All right, those are the pillars of Islam, nothing else. Muhammad, he decide what is the constitution of Islam, and what is the constitution? It's as you see. If you read with me this one here, Allah apostle said, I have been ordered to kill, fight to kill the people till they say, till what? Not till they stop fighting me, no, till they say, which means till they convert, none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, saying shahada. And if they say so, pray like our prayer. Not only you have to say the shahada, no, you have to pray like the Muslims. And not only that, you have to pray in direction of the Kaaba, the pagan god, and slaughter as we slaughter. And not only that, you have to eat what Muhammad allow you to eat, and what Muhammad forbid you to eat, you stay away from it. And then I'm repeating the word then for the stupid idiot who cannot hear it, then their blood and their property will be sacred from us. So what will make you safe, European, from the Muslim terrorist? If you say shahada, and if you pray to Allah, and if you pray in direction of the Kaaba, and if you slaughter as Muhammad slaughtered, and eat the food Muhammad allowed, and if you pay the zakat, and then and only then Muhammad will not kill you, which means his followers. Yet a scumbag will say to you, Islam have nothing to do with terrorism. With this, I want to finish this video. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your videos, and if you like to learn more about Islam, Christmas is coming, you can read my books, The Deception of Allah, Quran and Science in Depth, and The Secret to Prophet Al-Kebab in French. And very soon we are going to publish 2 books in Swedish and in German in a few days max from now. All right, so get ready for it. Mostly before the end of the year we will have those books published. And if you like to join me in Twitter, my Twitter appear in the screen many times, so feel free to join me. And actually I will put it in the under the video, the link for my Twitter. Thank you, and God bless you, and see you soon.